Oh no, I've lost my email. Hey guys, it's Ryan from My Lime Boot.
And Di from the Roaming Giraffe, coming to you on day 7 of lockdown.
So Di and I have been talking a little bit over the last few days that we've been stuck here in lockdown, and we've been thinking, what are other people getting up to during this time? People that work in the same industry as us, people who are involved in travel and tourism. So we thought we'd phone a couple of people and do Zoom meetings with them and bring that to you to find out what are they up to and what is happening in their space. So in that vein, we decided today to speak to Tessa Berman, our dear friend who lives down in Durban from The Responsible Traveller. Tessa writes a digital magazine and explores all aspects of responsible tourism. Tessa, good afternoon to you.
Hello Ryan, how's it going?
So Tessa, tell us, what is lockdown like in Durban?
Well, from a slightly chilly and nippy Durban here with a bit of rain, it's lockdown, what you said, down number 7. As lockdown goes, for me, it's pretty much business as usual, working from home.
So Tessa, as someone who travels a lot, you must really be missing it. But what does travel actually mean to you?
Yeah, for me, as much as you're a beach girl, I'm very much a bush and out there kind of girl. So I'm seriously missing those sort of smells of the bush and the sounds of the wild, but thankfully I've got plenty birds in the garden to keep me going for the time being. But for me, it's not just about ticking off destinations and saying I've been here, there and wherever. It's actually about experiencing them in your soul, to breathe in the destination, to connect with people, to chat to the waiters, chat to your guides, and get into conversations with them, to actually be mindful of the people you visiting and the places you're seeing.
So Tessa, you are someone who actively promotes responsible tourism and responsible travel. Talk to us a little bit, what does responsible travel, responsible tourism, what does it mean to you, and how do you employ these concepts when you go traveling?
Yeah, for me, as I was saying to Di, it's very much about people being top of mind, about really seeing them, about really not just seeing them as in, gee, here comes a waiter with my chilled glass of Chardonnay, but here comes this amazing waiter who might live nearby, who has a family, and his income is bringing food on the table and schooling to possibly 10 other people. Then from a conservation perspective, when you own a game reserve, don't just look for the big five. It's not just about the big five. It's about the little critters, the trees, the birds, the bugs on the ground, the weird looking houses and nests and that creatures make in trees. It's about conservation, it's about the environment, about being mindful about the environment.
Yes, I think the word mindful is important. Talking about not only being aware of the big five, it reminds me of the time the three of us were traveling in Tunda. And we had that wonderful experience with the ranger who was talking to us about the thorns on the trees and the small little insects and things like that. There's such a big world out there other than just the big five. I like your word mindfulness. Being mindful when you're traveling and being respectful, I think, would be another one.
Yeah, very much so. And it's choosing places that bring those kind of things to the fore.
So Tess, from a responsible tourism perspective, we know that the day will come when we can all travel again. Yeah. So when you make it, yeah, exactly, yeah. Tell us, in your wildest dreams, also in the reality, just speculating, what do you think, what changes are going to be the new normal after COVID?
I think for a lot of us, especially those who are able to travel, who have the privilege of being able to travel, being locked down in our homes has been, I hate to say hardship, because it's hardly a hardship for the bulk of us, but the fact that we can't travel, whether it even be to the park down the road or the beach across the streets, has been a hardship. And I think with that we've learned that being mindful of the privilege that we have. I think a lot more people will be mindful of the reasons they want to travel and what's involved in where they want to travel. I think a lot more people are going to want that connection when they travel, which is a huge thing, and it's a marvelous thing from a responsible tourism point of view. That's what it should have been all along.
So I think wanting an experience as opposed to a destination is really what you're talking about there.
But Tess, basically kind of almost saying we're going to hopefully see a big increase in what we used to refer to as slow travel.
I couldn't agree more, Diane. There's so many places that this country offers, and I mean, even the surrounding areas. And I mean, I think focusing on local travel is the hugest thing to be doing now in the next few months when travel does open again.
So as we wrap up, Tessa, can you share with us one thing that this time of lockdown has taught you?
The more of us that can kind of at the end of this be grateful and come out with a heart of gratitude instead of criticism and moaning and groaning and everything else.
Thanks for that great insight, Tess. I think this time of lockdown really is a time we can all learn something about ourselves, about our environment, and as you say, just to be more grateful for that which we do have. So that was our first Zoom show today, which Di and I are going to try and bring you one every single day. Thank you for joining us. Thanks, Tess, for sharing with us around responsible tourism, and everything of the best going forward for the next 14 days.
Thanks, Ryan. Absolute pleasure.
Thanks, Tess. Nice chatting to you. And Ryan, I think we need to try and talk to someone from Joburg tomorrow. Hey, what do you say?
Now, there's a great idea. I think we should get hold of someone who's doing something good in Joburg, have a chat to them. See you tomorrow. Really is involved. No, that just sounds stupid. Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and then...
Okay, thank you. Okay, then your talk.